Another day at Perspective Pictures, another day closer to my grave. Blessed.
I'd like to introduce you to a face you may already recognise. This is Ollie Spain. He's been making films alongside me for years, whether it be running around in the dark with a Nerf gun wearing a gas mask, or squatting behind the camera boiling in the heat of the Mojave Desert. We're excited to announce that Ollie is now working full-time at Perspective Pictures, so we'd like to tell you a little bit more about him. Ollie drives an 09 1.2 litre Ford Fiesta Style Plus. He always wears odd socks. Pisces, 6'2". Spent his whole life living in the area around Cambridge. But don't get too excited, he didn't go to uni there. He didn't go to uni at all. I mean, look at him.
2 muffins are sitting in an oven. The first muffin turns to the second and says, "God blimey, it sure is hot in here." And the other muffin turns around and goes, "Bloody hell, a talking muffin!" It's quite cringy and embarrassing, the start of my acting career. But it was back in year 1 of primary school when they were putting on a performance of Blackbeard the Pirate, and I got the role as Blackbeard because none of the other boys were any good at doing any acting at all. Mario Gomez, Mario Gomez. In primary school, my parents never really were in the house too much because they were always both out working. So when I came to secondary school, they were obviously still working at the same time, and then I just went from knowing people in the school to knowing absolutely nobody. So it wasn't like I'd come home from school and have parents or siblings to talk to. I'd be by myself for a few hours when I got home. And when I was at school, I was by myself for a few hours. So just spent a lot of time by myself in those very early days. Since you're by yourself, you have more time to think about yourself. But then being by yourself for so long means you don't really get to know who you are too. So you spend time thinking about yourself, but not really developing yourself as much. Mario Gomez. I think I'm quite easily influenced by other people emotionally wise. So not when it comes to opinions, I'm quite strong on my own opinions, but my emotions are very much influenced by other people's emotions. But yeah, I think I have a good grasp of who I am and my place in the world. I met Rupert back in the first days of sixth form, so 2012, 2013. We were both in drama together. So the first film I was in was The Safe Zone. Your nipple pierced. Think of the pain. Favourite project to date is a very tough one because there's been a lot of aspects from the projects I've enjoyed. One of my favourites was definitely the Calais project. I also really enjoyed America, just as the personal challenge, going out there. I still remember being in the bus on the Mojave Desert, sweating the life out of myself. The most irritating thing about working with Rupert is that sometimes he can get lost in his own thoughts and get stuck on an idea really easily. So, hypothetically, we're going out to shoot in a field and he's had this idea for one type of shot where he's going to need 2 tripods, it's like stacked on top of each other, to mount the camera really high, and it's going to be this running shot. And sometimes he can forget about other things that are very vital for the scene. And you kind of need to say to him, "Rupert, have second thoughts about this shot. I don't actually think it sounds that good." And then he'll kind of realise, "Oh yeah, actually, maybe let's not do this at all." Seeing the final project is my favourite part of the filmmaking process. I don't even know if you can really call it a process, but once you sit there and you've seen all your work come into completion, it's the best. Honestly, I don't know what the most realistic...
Sorry.
My dream film project would probably be me starring as 007 in James Bond, while also having the film being directed by me. So basically, Ollie Spain does James Bond. As of now, if we were to say you can go and make any film tomorrow, what would be your dream? I honestly wouldn't know. I'd probably have to give it to Rupert and I'd say to him, "Can I help you out with what your dream would be?"
A fucking hand!
Ah! Now I've got dirty hand. The favourite thing about working at Perspective Pictures is probably simply the progress we've had. Looking back at all the old videos and seeing where we've come from just gives a huge sense of optimism as to where we're going to go in the future. My name's Ollie Spain. For the past 5 years I've been running around with longboards, cameras, Nerf guns, gas masks, and I'm excited to share what we've got coming up in the future for you.